This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, so Kid Cudi arrives to court just a few hours ago, and he started testifying about 30 minutes ago. We're going to get, I want to have the full thing by the time it's done. I assume that the government will have their questions for him. Then Diddy's lawyers will cross-examine him. It won't last that long because it's just about a relationship and what happened there. That's it. And they're saying she was cheating and all this other stuff. I don't know about that. Of course, 50 Cent said, "What the F did Diddy do to Kid Cudi, dog? Over the girl, man? Come on." We'll get into that right after this. I promise. Vlad, for some reason. I just don't think he likes Tory Lanez. Okay, Vlad takes these personal problems with people to another level. So, anyways, he says, so in the new Jason Lee podcast, Tory is now saying that he went to prison to protect Kelsey Harris, who now claims was the actual shooter. He wants everyone to believe that a successful multi-millionaire artist is doing 10 years in prison by taking a shooting charge for Megan's assistant, who he just met and was smashed on the side. This wasn't his child's mother, long-term girlfriend, lifelong friend, relative, girl he was just smashing. It's true because Tory's an idiot. Vlad's not taking consideration that Tory's dumb. Just because Tory has money doesn't mean he's the smartest person when it comes to making decisions about. It's not even making decisions. It's making decisions emotionally and how people would think. He's not processing things. Yeah, he can make music. He makes good business moves with that. But that doesn't mean you're smart all around the board. In this case, Tory probably thought this was the real thing to do, you know? You don't say anything. He probably thought everything was going to shake out with the way the gun didn't match him, you know? But it didn't work. There's no excuse for being dumb and not just telling the truth. But, you know, some people try to keep it too real. Tory's not from the streets, but a lot of rappers think they are. Azealia Banks says, right, Vlad, but let's see. How is it going to look as a man throwing a girl under the bus, regardless of which one it was? Vlad, you're really bad at this thing. No black man is going to throw a woman under the bus and be okay in the streets. I really think it's time for you to tap out. And okay, she goes too far. Then Vlad responds and says, so Tory threw Megan under the bus and still continues to do so, but he wouldn't throw the actual shooter under the bus. Well, there's a reason. This is why I think. Because he was supposedly in a relationship with Kelsey, so she thought Meg was the one he was smashing on the side. That's where he got it wrong. And Meg knew about Tory and Kelsey. And that's why in the car, when they say that Tory says, hey, Meg, you going to tell Kelsey about us? And that's where things got out of control. Now, that's what happened, you know, and Meg and Tory were smashing without Kelsey knowing. Yeah, so that's why he feels like he has to protect Kelsey because he did her wrong. Then we got Remy Ma responding to Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields was recently on The Breakfast Club, and she was begging to talk about this Papoose situation because that's the only reason we know about her, because Remy Ma and Papoose have had this, you know, they preached black love and their love was so perfect, and then all of a sudden they just broke up and she started smashing the guy that works for her at the battle rap league she owns, okay? Technically, I mean, you know, he doesn't actually work for her, but he's an artist under that rap league. And anyways, it's the Timu Papoose. Now, Papoose, is he a very successful artist? No. Okay. You know, he didn't do so. Back in the day, he had a promising career. It kind of fell apart. He did Love and Hip Hop. That kind of saved him a little bit. Remy Ma's had spotty success. You know, when she did Fat Joe dirty, when she came out of jail, Fat Joe forgave her. They did All the Way Up. That brought her back to life. Brought Fat Joe back to life too. And then instead of continuing with Fat Joe, she thought she could do things on her own. She beefed with Nicki. Didn't work out. Okay. Who knows how Remy Ma still has money? I don't care. Maybe she just does Instagram stuff. I don't know. Papoose works for TuneCore, I think. You know, it is what it is. But anyways, she's claiming Papoose is broke, Remy is, and that he can't afford to get a divorce. What I think here, Papoose is a very controlling person. I knew Papoose before. He tries to control everybody around him. I'm sure that his ways spilled into the relationship. Remy Ma was fed up. Maybe she didn't respect him anymore. She's kind of like, acts like a dude anyways. Remy Ma acts very, like, manly. And she tries to act like the alpha. Now she's calling Papoose the wife in the Clarissa Shields, relationship. Anyway, she's begging for a divorce. Let's first go here. So Clarissa Shields was begging to talk about this in the Breakfast Club.
It's the elephant in the room. I don't have to say it.
I don't know.
In his personal life.
Oh,
yeah.
See, they didn't even know what she was talking about. Like, elephant in the room. What are you talking about? Oh, you want to talk about the Remy Ma thing? Okay, let's do it.
Elephant in the room. Like, but that takes time. And like I said, that's not my place to speak on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so why bring it up? Focus on your boxing. So Remy Ma, of course, responds to this. And she basically says, hey, I'm begging for a divorce, please.
Married in 2008. That's not who this is now. Now he's a wife.
So she says Papoose isn't the same as when she married him in 2008. Different person. Now he's a wife.
Listen, this is what I would like. Papoose, you have my lawyer's information. If you can't afford to retain a lawyer, since your lawyer that the number you gave us has not been retained yet, I told you I'll paper it. If somebody over there that loves you wants to paper it, great. That will make me happy. Everything is signed and ready to go. I don't want nothing. I'm not even asking for child support. My daughter's school, her babysitter, her nanny, her gymnastics, her swimming, her dancing, her healthcare, her all of that. I take care of it like I've always done. I don't need anything. Stop married in 2008. That's not who this is now. Now he's a wife. I don't care who brought up what. It's nothing for you to be like, I don't want to talk about that. It's nothing to be like, so before you even start, like, yeah. We not touching on that. Let's talk about what I have coming up. If that's really the case. I don't care who brought up what.
It's the elephant in the room.
All right, so it is what it is. There was another clip of her talking about something. Let's see, there was this. Then she was in the car. She couldn't stop talking about it. Or was it? Maybe I didn't save that video. Oh, somebody else. I mean, that's the best one where she kind of breaks it down. Oh, wait, here it is.
Ponytails. My air, I've never breathed so freely. Okay. I couldn't take it anymore. I said, hey, this ain't what it is. We can't keep doing this. We took the truth. You will probably literally, like, people will cry if they knew the truth. Like, literally cry. Like, cry. I look at it now and I feel sorry for old girl. Like, I feel sorry for her. Because I know the circles that's being ran and wrapped around over there. Like, I would cry. I feel bad. Stop calling me. Hello. Oh, I'm on live. I thought y'all was calling me to tell me to get off live. No, I'll call you back. How am I going outside? Because I'm not sitting here telling y'all everything that happened. That in a marriage, if you've never been married, you understand? If you've never been married, you wouldn't understand the bond that's supposed to be between two people. You wouldn't understand that. You wouldn't understand. Hold on, what you said? Listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all think. Like, not, unfortunately, not trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me. You understand? But I don't care what people think. Can't nobody with a revolving door on a coochie tell me I'm for the streets. I've been with the same man. I was with the same man for almost 20 years. Can't nobody tell me I'm for the street and make me feel some type of way? Are you crazy? Can't nobody tell me, oh, you fumbled it. It's so funny watching people like, you had a good husband. He's only had one wife. The only person that can tell y'all if he's a good husband or not. And when he was, I told y'all that. I told y'all. When shit was cool, when shit was all right, when it was what I thought it was, I kept it a bean. When it's not, when it wasn't, I ain't say nothing. I dealt with it. I ain't never met a bitch. I've been waiting for somebody to just use a little bit of common sense. I ain't never met a female who has a perfect dude that takes care of her, helps her financially, emotionally, physically.
Right there. Boom. I was waiting for that. She's gonna, when she gets the chance, when everything's finalized, because Papoose isn't signing the paperwork to finalize everything, right? Because he's being petty. Don't get it twisted. Papoose is not a good person, okay? He's not. But Remy's not that great either. That's why they were perfect for each other. They should probably just get back together, to be honest with you. They were actually perfect for each other. They're both two pieces of crap, okay? I'm just telling you, all right? You wouldn't know. If you're going to comment on this, you just don't know. So I don't care what you say because you don't know them at all. Never met them. You don't know. Okay? They're not great people. They shouldn't have cheated on each other, though. They should have probably just ended it, you know? But now they're playing petty games. But, yeah, I assume Papoose said some things and changed the marriage. You know, he says... I assume it happened when they lost that baby. You know? That's when it probably happened. He probably said something. And it changed it forever. I think that's right where it changed. And he probably blamed her for it out of being disappointed and then took it back. But you said it already. I assume he said, oh, have you been drinking? Have you been doing that? You know, probably. You don't go there, you know? You let someone take accountability if there is accountability to be taken. You don't put the accountability on them. So, and I also assume he then, you know, she started looking at, well, he's not really pulling the same weight I am, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, the respect was gone. That's probably what happened. It is what it is. They should just move on. It's over. You know, it's out in the open now. It's done. We're going to get to that Kid Cudi thing right now. I'm going to put this up, and right as you're listening to this, I'm going to be recording the next video. Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. Peace.